afternoon, good evening. You're welcome to another edition of News Review brought to you by Wisdom Yard Television. I am Ododo at Delere. And with me in the studio this morning,
I'm Rochim Yorilo. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, viewers all over the world, wherever you are watching us. Please keep on watching WYTV.
You're welcome to another edition. Thank you for always staying glued to WYTV. And our sponsor still remains Nokpa Herbals. Nokpa Herbals deals with Nokpa Herbal mixture, Herbal Co, Herbal tonic, Herbal bitters, Herbal flusher, Herbal energy powder. Whichever you need, you can send a DM or call the number 0701010859, and you can as well bring your adverts to this show and as well be a sponsor for this program. You know we did on the show, brings you news and made to the top. We'll go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we discuss on the one we feel we should discuss, but we will not be the only one talking. You can also drop your own comments in the comment section while we rub minds together. On Punch newspaper, the first one here says, after Salah, tomatoes, pepper prices remain high as North groans. Cholera, death toll rises to 37 as Lagos records 401 cases. Federal government begins 2.7 trillion naira subsidy debt probe and lists Auditor General. 10 billion naira fraud, Yahaya Bello nephew's trial resumes July 15. On Vanguard newspaper we have, Kano government kicks as court removes Sanusi as emir. Again, LASTMA impound 40 vehicles using illegal garages. Southwest governor tackle food scarcity. Daily Post newspaper have Nigeria's problems well known, offer solutions not excuses. Peter Obi tackles Tinubu's government. Kogi, hand over Yahaya Bello to Efcc, Okai to Ododo. Wike Fubara, no individual can pocket rivers, Asari Dokubo. These are the news I made it to the top today. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stop. Don't go nowhere, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. Your family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Herbal Mixture, your family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
Welcome back to our short commercial break. That's our sponsor Nokpa. So without wasting much of our time, 10 billion naira fraud, Yahaya Bello nephew's trial resumes July 15.
Okay, let's go into the body of it.
Okay. Justice James Omotosh of the Federal High Court, Abuja, on Thursday, adjourned to July 15 the trial of the Chief of Staff to the Kogi State Governor Ali Bello and his co-defendant Dauda Suleiman in an amended money laundering cases. The charge was instituted by Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. The defendant, who is a nephew of the immediate past governor of the state, Alhaji Yahaya Bello, was arraigned before the Federal High Court in Abuja over his alleged complicity in the diversion of over 10 billion naira from the state treasury.
Well, one thing I do say was that everybody that has found or that sees the opportunity of becoming state president or state governor or holding a post in the state, I've seen it as an opportunity at least to pack money from the treasury of the state. But one thing we urge the present governor, the government should do, because I want to believe they are all one.
Yeah.
No one is left out, because when you go through since Buhari came on board, that's the so-called APC. What Buhari kept on saying was that he's going to make sure he fight corruption till his last breath. Those money that were being retrieved, that were being recovered,
what was it used for?
What was the money used for? At the end of the day, we end up borrowing. So that's why at times I do tell people not to put Nigerian matters on their head. Because if care is not taken, they will just... Yes, exactly the point.
He's facing trial alongside Suleiman, while the anti-graft agency told the court that other individuals in the alleged fraud and money laundering, including one Abdulsalami Ojo, the cashier of Kogi State House of Administration, were at large. Equally listed to be at large in the amended charge marked FHA/ABJ/CR/550/2022 was ex-Governor Bello, who has since been declared wanted by the Anti-Graft Commission. At Thursday sitting, a witness of the EFCC and staff member of the Access Bank, Olomo Egoro, was cross-examined by the counsel for Bello, Abubakar Aliusa. During the cross-examination, the eyewitness admitted to the court that there was no lodgement or withdrawal linked to Bello in the exhibit before him. He said those working in the compliance unit of the bank were not the ones running and maintaining the server of the bank, from where information on bank transactions were generated. He added that it was the duty of bank's ICT department to manage the server. So now we have a lot of people that will be dragged along this issue. If we look at it very well, Yahaya Bello actually, he really misused that state.
And this same man was the one that came out. Yes. Now, and it was the one that came out that says he's contesting for the presidential.
I just wonder if by mistake we
at the end of the day,
this man
and what would have
become the fate of Nigeria?
And we say, okay, let the young grow and let the young go.
And he's one of the youngest. He was one of the youngest governor then. I see a reason why all these people are actually running away from the youth.
You see?
Look at I now see one of the reasons why these people are always
even those that are even though the old campus that are there.
There was this lady that one of the senators, she's minister that was probed 4 months into office.
Better Edu.
4 months into office.
Better Edu.
A young lady as
well. Do you know the lady went to their church to the extent in which she was giving Thanksgiving that she came, that they prayed for her, that she wanted to hold the post in this country. At the end of the day, God granted her prayer request. I didn't say it's the wrong thing for God to grant you your prayer request. You see, let me tell you this, attitude and your religion is different from each other.
They are two different.
It is your attitude that will now proclaim the kind of religion you belong to. Because with what Better Edu did now, a lot of people will say, okay, if Christianity go to the,
I would rather be
an unbeliever than to join the Christian.
It is well. Nigeria's problem well known, offer solutions, not excuses.
Exactly, not excuses. So because there is a place in the I think one of the punch paper that says let the poor breathe. Now the president came out to say let Nigeria endure. Please, can you listen to this?
I'm listening.
They said Nigerians should endure while you splash 14 billion to renovate your private home in Abuja, and 4 billion naira on the one in Lagos. Okay. That was one. Let the poor endure. Nigeria should endure. Why you slash 21 billion naira to renovate new VP's house in Abuja and called it reconstruction. They then splash another 2.5 billion to renovate the old VP house, the Aguda house. Then another 3 billion naira on the one in Lagos. Okay. Let Nigeria endure.
Yeah, we're enduring.
Another one on Nigeria should endure. Why you splash 10 billion to build car garage for lawmakers who are less than 500 people because you need them to pass any request you send to them. Nigeria should endure while your son files the presidential jet as a which is including going to play golf. We should endure. Nigeria should endure when you signed of 500 billion for palliative from the supplementary budget in July 2023, and it was looted just few months. No one saw any palliative. Nigeria should endure, and you reward your friend, Channel Bridge, with the 15 trillion Lagos Ibadan super high contract because it helped you in the 2023 election. Nigeria should endure while you colonize 100 trillion with so much wickedness and recklessness, e.g. Better Edu, stealing 17 billion, another 37 billion stolen by the humanitarian ministry. I have a lot of their name on my phone.
I see you actually get prepared onto this news review.
Yes, exactly. And, so Peter Obi meant what he's saying. We know Nigeria is a mess. What is the solution? What is the way forward? You can't just keep on coming on and telling us that Nigeria is a mess without a profound solution to it.
All this Peter Obi coming out, if the opposition party are going to talk, they will say because he did not emerge as the president of Nigeria. But my thing is, let's leave the part this aside, the fact that he contested for the president of Nigeria. He has been coming out to say the truth. nobody's actually better.
Forget about it.
Until you get there.
When Jonathan was there, the president of the Nigerian, the president of this Nigeria, present Nigerian country, Tinubu, was one of those personally sponsoring protests against Jonathan. They came out to let the poor breach. Petrol was 65 naira to 141 naira. They had to stay protest against Jonathan that he should bring down the petrol to 65 naira. Now petrol is close to 750 naira.
Some are already selling it down.
750 naira. Some are selling for 800. We have some at another part of the country that are selling for 1,000 naira per liter. And nobody is coming out to say anything about it.
Former presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, has said that the problems facing the nations are well known to all Nigerians. Obi said it was disheartening to hear those in charge who were hired to address problems. He said that Nigerians are not the only ones struggling with poverty and hunger. Instead, he suggested that a true leader provides direction, guidance, solutions, and reassurance in times of crisis. In a post on his X handle on Friday, the former Anambra State governor suggested that the country needs to have a thorough plan of action to tackle its unique struggles. Obi urged those in leadership positions to offer tangible solutions, not mere reminders that others facing similar challenges. If others are facing similar challenges, must we also face poverty? That is my question to the
You see, one thing about this country was that there is an adage that I learned from my father.
Okay, which is? That
if you want to become a successful person on earth, you must walk and move, relate with somebody who is ahead of you.
Okay, ahead of you,
Ahead of you, not somebody who is behind you in success. Because when you move, when you are in a relationship with somebody who is always ahead of you, at least you'll be striving at least to meet up with to that person. Not that you move with somebody who is behind you, because if guy is not taking,
the person will draw you back.
The person will draw you back because you'll be looking at as the achievement, your own achievement, because you keep on looking back. I don't know why Nigerian president kept on looking back. I believe you should be able to look at those countries that are functioning very well, that the people, the masses of the country are enjoying the benefits of their democracy.
Before we go, let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stop. Don't go nowhere, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Sweetheart. I can't afford to be late for this meeting.
You gave me the same excuse every day.
I always tell you the truth every. You know I will never disappoint you.
Everyone needs a hero, like Nokpa.
After Nokpa,
it is always Nokpa.
Nokpa for management of power. Nokpa for management of power.
You're welcome back from that short commercial break. That's our sponsor, Nokpa. So before we went on that short commercial break, we're actually talking about Peter Obi telling the president of the federation that Nigerians know the problem we are facing. Don't remind us that we are facing problem. All we want from you is solution.
When Buhari was the president of this country for good 8 years, our brother, the Minister for Information, that's Lai Mohammed.
Okay, sorry, that Minister for Power.
No, Lai Mohammed.
I was giving them for each other.
Yes, Lai Mohammed was the minister. The only thing Lai Mohammed kept on saying in their first tenure was to apportion blame
on the past
government, which was the APC. That APC governed this country, PDP governed this country for good 16 years, no achievement.
Thank God.
I believe they know the reason why they are coming there. to be in charge, to take charge of the country.
Okay.
That their visibility study has been done properly before they could contest for the election.
Okay.
For good 4 years. Not until when the Nigerians came out to say, sir, you don't need to apportion blame. Do your own work and see how you are going to drive the country forward. For good 8 years.
Buhari was there. There was nothing to lose.
Buhari was there. All of the money that was being recovered from the looted ones,
what did they use it for?
has nowhere to be found. The money was shared among themselves. Then you will know that this country is in total mess. That no one, I still repeat, no one that will ever govern this country that have the love of this country in their heart. Because they are so heartless to the extent in which they believe that anybody that has the opportunity to be on that seat sees this as an opportunity for them to make wealth, not to bring the poor out of poverty. Do you know how many companies are folding up? Leaving Nigerian on an exile. Do you all know how many men that has been jobless today, that are unable to provide food for their wife, for their family?
The last but not the least, Kogi and over Yahaya Bello to Efcc, Okai to Ododo.
Yes. If the governor of the state knows what is good for him,
I feel the man should not even be on seat right now.
He should not even intervene, despite the fact that he was your godfather.
You do not even understand.
That he was the one.
The man should not even be sitting on
They
that
believe
seat
they enjoy immunity,
and
it was not the federal that appointed him. It was the state that appointed him to be.
Because I don't know how to even put it. Why would you? It's like you are injuring the.
It was the one that paved way for him, so he will want to do anything to cover his master up. Now, if he knows what is best for him,
he had better
release Yahaya Bello to hand over himself to the EFCC. I could remember my brother, Fayoshe in Ekiti then.
He went and
he was the one that went to the EFCC office.
He's working freely now.
He's working freely. He even bought a t-shirt them.
EFCC.
He had a logo that EFCC Yahaya come, and he went to the office with pillow and a sleeping mat.
He knows he's not coming back that
A clear conscience fears no accusation. So Yahaya Bello, if you have nothing to hide, if you don't have any skeleton in your cupboard, why don't you surrender yourself?
Political activist Usman Okai Austin has cautioned Governor Usman Ododo of Kogi State against being hypocritical and obstructing anti-graft war. Okai charged Ododo to demonstrate his dedication to fighting corruption by taking concrete steps to hand over former Governor Yahaya Bello to Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) for investigations. In a statement he signed, the political activist questioned Ododo's commitment to fighting corruption, particularly in light of allegations that he's protecting Bello. Criticizing the recently enacted Kogi State Anti-Corruption Bill, Okai accused Ododo of hypocrisy and labeled the legislation as a mockery of the entire anti-corruption system. Now, if other states sees what Usman Ododo has actually done, then they will incorporate what that man has done, and then they will keep on doing it. They know once they want to arrest somebody that I know as my godfather,
they'll be the one to be his child. Yes.
So definitely, if Yahaya Bello is taken out of this country, then we should ask Ododo.
The only people I pitied was the so-called people of that state. They are so blinded, they are so blind to the extent in which they can't even see the future of that state. That a single man will hold the whole state in his pocket and dip his hand into the treasury of the state and
80 billion naira.
And withdraw 80 billion naira to pay
there is another charge for his nephew, 10 billion
for the
naira.
school fees of his children. Why we have some people roaming about the street doing nothing in that state, and this same set of people that are roaming about the street that were being given food money, let me say Indomie money, were those people that stood against the EFCC that Yahaya Bello will not be arrested in that state. I pity the future of those people living in that state.
It is well. Nigeria will work again. Alright, I've come to the end of news review today. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on our Facebook, on our YouTube, on our X account. on our TikTok, on our Instagram. You can as well join the WhatsApp community by dialing or sending a message to the number 0701010859. Thanks to our sponsor, Nokwa Abbas, and to our fans out there who are always staying glued to WY TV. I remain myself, Ododo at Daily. Thank you, Ambassador TV for
Thanks for having me.
So we'll come again on your screen on Monday. Be good and be fine. Bye for now.